When I started to really focus on upping my scenery game, I expected to be learning how to do techniques that take hours and involve liberal use of tweezers to get every blade of grass in place properly. Turns out, that's not true. We're back on MRR2, the HO scale switching layout that I am building right now. The last time we were here, we ballasted the track and got it looking good. Now we can start the scenery around it. Now, first of all, I have made a pretty big decision regarding a change to the layout, and I'm going to go over that later. We're going to be putting down a base level of scenery today, and for that we'll be starting with Woodland Scenics Burnt Earth Fine Scenic Foam. I use white glue to secure it down, but I don't get too close to the ballasted track with the white glue. I'm going to glue it down later. Now, you may be thinking that I should start with a green base and work in the brown, but if you look at aerial shots of the ground, you'll see actually a lot more brown than green. So the burnt earth layer looks good for a base layer. Now, when you are laying the scenery material close to the track, I like to use this technique. I put the material in a cup or lid like this, and I tap it with my finger with the open face away from the track, but right over the edge of the ballast line. This allows for a clean line on the ballast, but still keeps that natural look. After this, we can spread out burnt earth evenly everywhere throughout the layout using the same techniques. Notice that I'm avoiding the area with the street scene. It's going to be a little bit different, and that's going to take a lot more work, and we're going to tackle that in another video. Okay, this is where the change comes into play. Originally, I was going to put a couple of multi-story buildings and building fronts right here, and you can still do that if you're building this, but I thought about it and realized, hey, this layout's going to move a lot, and I don't want too much that can break easily. So I decided to put a single building in the middle of these tracks and imply that there is more here off layout. With that being said, I'm going to gravel this whole area right here. I put it over the scenic material using the same techniques I use for the scenery. This is a Woodland Scenics gravel kit, and it has two components, a ballast and a dirt dust material to weather it. I now soak the entire area with IPA to release that surface tension, and then use a cake icing squeeze bottle to put my scenic cement on. Cool new thing that I found. And then I let it dry. While that is drying, I'm going to be building this pike stuff kit for the area in the middle of the layout. These kits are great and easy to assemble and customize. They fit in most places pretty well. I've actually got an N-scale one on my main layout. Back on the layout, everything has dried rock solid so that I can take that dust and put it on the gravel. But I'm not going to just use it on the gravel. This is a great weathering powder that can kind of bring everything together. So I'm going to sprinkle some on the track, sprinkle some on the gravel, and just kind of let it all mix and mingle there, and then just use a brush to kind of dust it into place. So the building is built and the scenery has dried and everything is good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just gently set the building on the layout. This is not permanent right now. I still have a lot of work to do to the building before it goes on there, but just want to see where it's going to go. But you can check this out. Our scenic base is complete for this area. You can't do a base like these for all areas of your layout, hence the lack of anything in my town scene, but this is a good way to cover a lot of ground if you need to. It doesn't take a ton of time to learn or do, and it's a pretty forgiving method as well. Now, I kind of want to show you guys some trains running on this now. I bought this Broadway Limited SW7 in the Atlantic Coastline paint scheme used on eBay. Got a pretty good deal on it. It's got great sound and detail as well as added capacitance, which some of you may know as a keep alive. This means it has a capacitor that keeps it running even when the track is dirty and it can't supply power. The effect is short-lived, but it's enough to get it to an area where the locomotive can pick up some power again. So it makes it really handy for smooth, slow operation. Scenery does not have to be complex or take hours for a small area. With these simple techniques, you can build a nice scenic base for your layout and then just have fun with the details. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, and happy railroading.